Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of Weekly Spark. Doing something a little bit different this week. Not starting the new theme yet. Taking a little time out for a travel journal interlude. August has 5 Wednesdays, so I figured I could get away with going a little rogue on this one and showing you the current journal that I'd been working on during a family vacation that we took a week or so ago. And I will return to the regularly scheduled themes very soon with a Celtic symbol, as the theme for August. So stay tuned for more information on that one. But for right now, I've been working in this travel journal. So, stickers. I mean, who doesn't love new stickers in the front of a book? We took a family trip and we went to Hawaii. Specifically, we went to Oahu. So there were a few things that I had printed out ahead of time: the flag, the seal, the map. And I pulled some dictionary words that I thought were kind of appropriate. And again, adding stickers. So I did a little bit of prep work before we left. And started out with almost a page per day, but then it quickly morphed into kind of a cumulative experience for the time that we spent there. I wanted to definitely have some color blocks on most pages so that I had a spot to write down some notes, because I wanted to keep this as an actual journal with some of the highlights as well as a visual travel journal. You know, this was the wrapper for a chocolate bar. It was called whatever, which went perfectly with the face, but that was during our extremely long layover in LA. This was a pattern etched in the glass at the Honolulu airport when we finally landed. And then I decided that I wanted to do a map of the island and highlight some of the places that we went, places that we stayed, and then different things that we traveled to over the course of our trip. Before I go any further, though, I want to stamp Oahu on here. I am using a watercolor journal paper. It is Reflections brand. That is a Jerry's Artorama brand. I do not receive any kickback or discounts from them. I just really like them. And I'm not sure if I'll fill the whole book. But for right now, just going kind of, page at a time. So from the map, I collect paper ephemera as much as I can from different places. This was part of the brochure from the resort with the cove and the hotel and whatnot. There are quite a few tropical drinks that are going to make their appearance. And of course, I got an orchid lei upon arrival, and my husband got a kukua nut lei. So this one I'm actually going to have to go in with paint, since I do want it to be opaque, like the kind of tan and brown speckles of the kukua nuts. Different spots, like I have that photograph on my phone, so I want to watercolor that little landscape in. So different spots have been kind of planned. It never works out for me to finish the whole thing while I'm on the trip, because I'm on the trip and there's sightseeing and relaxing and dinners with family. So I like to at least kind of plan the page and block things in. You'll see some things have been started in watercolor and then other things have been finished. So it just depends on the day. We took an amazing tour of the island with our tour guide, was a history teacher. He teaches Hawaiian history and U.S. history. So there were some amazing spots that we went to, and he wanted to give us as much of an authentic experience as possible. We had a palusami lunch, which is a traditional Samoan food. We had Hawaiian shave ice. We drank Hawaiian coffee from a local roaster at a coffee shop right in the field where the coffee was growing. I mean, it was growing in the backyard, basically, and it was so delicious. You might see these glossy pictures that are printed. I do have a Canon Ivy sticker printer, and so if it's something that I want more detail, or if it's something that I don't feel like drawing, I mean, let's be honest, I don't usually feel like drawing people, then I do use the sticker printer. And I did take it with me this time because I had a checked bag, so I had room. The sticker printer can also tile things. So this landscape shot of the, let me get the name right, Byodo-in temple, Buddhist temple on Oahu. I was able to tile and print it as 4 images, so I got a bigger image. And you can see that there are some watercolor plants that are going to go in, a place to write text, and another image of a little Kuan Yin shrine that'll be complex, but that I want to try and paint. You know, here's the kind of planning that I was doing. We got to see both a seal and a turtle. And so I want to do some research into the Hawaiian term aumakua, which is like that kind of animal spirit guardian for a person or a family. So deep dive into that is coming for sure. And we ate a lot of delicious food. This, even though I tiled it, it was just the fabric on a chair at a restaurant, but it was so striking. I loved it so much. A place to do some writing, some of the restaurants at our resort. So not finished, but definitely made some progress there. There's a lot to do on this one. The Bishop Museum is an amazing collection of Hawaiian artifacts from the before times when Hawaii was its own monarchy, when it was its own country with kings and queens. This is Queen Liliuokalani. So amazing history. Here I have a little write-up on the museum. And this envelope was actually from the airplane. Salt and pepper came in that. So, you know, an Easter Island style head, tiki figure, work in progress. Quite a lot I want to paint on this page, so I know it might not show up really well in pencil. From a trio of tropical drinks to an amazing plant to a carved tiki head on one of the posts at this tiki bar. Tiki bar that's been there since 1955, so that's like an OG tiki bar in the harbor in Honolulu. Plants. The smells, the flowers, so incredibly beautiful. This whole page will be plants. Whether it is, you know, the hibiscus that you might be familiar with, the plumeria that you may know smells so incredibly fragrant, or then more the Hawaiian names for some plants like the naupaka, the wili, the pakake, so the lehua. I have all these reference photos on my phone. This page, I'm definitely going to do a lot of writing because I want to do some of the Hawaiian terms and phrases. So probably a color box and then writing things in. Again, a tiled sunset, some different places to write and to draw. And this was the flower that was given to me and put to wear behind my ear, and it's fading, but a week later it still has a faint smell. So I just think that is totally magical. More planned pieces. It is extremely hard for me to resist picking up stones and shells on the beach. This is the stone I wanted to take home, but you know, lava rock and coral, that's the bones of the island. Those are the bones of the goddess Pele. So one does not take those home. Big fold-out map. A lot of pictures on this one. Some little spots to write. So that page is pretty close to complete. And then I've got some leftover stuff, you know, some other things that I collected. Even the sticker that was put on my suitcase when I left Honolulu Airport, that my bag had been searched for plants. It was at the agriculture clear, USDA. So yeah, that was kind of fun. You don't get that everywhere. So that is the beginning of my travel journal, with some found objects, with some collage, with some photos, and with some journaling as well as some painting. So I'm not sure if you're traveling this summer. Maybe you already have. I do think that it is extremely satisfying to actually work on the journal during the trip. It's so fresh, it's so vivid. But then when you come home and you're a little sad because your trip is over, it's also nice to revisit things in the journal. So that is where I am right now. I'm actually going to put on some YouTube videos or some music and work in the journal right now. So I would love, like always, if you wanted to subscribe or like this video. Please let me know if you have any comments. You can put those down below. And stay tuned for next week, when we will have the first of our series for the month of August, working with the Celtic triquetra symbol, which I'm kind of drawing in the air. You know, you'll see it. You'll trust me. Come tune in next Wednesday and you'll see the next installment. But for now, thanks for tuning in and have a great week.